First Christmas after my grandpa died. I was 17 and still very confused on how to handle all the emotions I was having. Christmas morning, I was sitting on the floor with my brothers opening presents when we noticed 2 cards tucked into the tree. I opened the one with my name on it, and it was my grandpa's handwriting. All it said was, "Love you, Peanut," which was his nickname for me. He had passed in August and had never given me a card for Christmas in my life. My mum refuses to acknowledge this happened, but my brother remembers it as well. Up until about 9 years ago, there was a picture of me holding the card, but when I finally dealt with the grief that I shoved down, the picture one day just vanished, and I never found that picture again.
During the 80s, my family had a Christmas party which ended really late. My mum and her cousin were taking the trash outside before they went to sleep. They saw their neighbour sitting there in the gutter, smiling at them. My mum waved hi, and the girl smiled and waved back. Then, her cousin shook her and said, "That's not our neighbour." She then realised that their neighbour had shoulder-length hair, and this girl in front of them had long, ankle-length hair and was wearing a long sleeping gown. They both started screaming and ran back inside the house. The next morning, they learned that their neighbours were not home as they were spending Christmas out of town. I'm not sure if it really was a ghost, but I live in a tropical country, so it would be really uncomfortable wearing a long sleeping gown here.
This story takes place 4 years ago, and it still haunts me to this day. It was Christmas night, and my family were driving home from this fancy restaurant. I, unlike my family, wasn't tired, so the 45-minute drive felt like forever. On top of that, my little sister was constantly moaning about how her friend didn't get her anything for Christmas. After about 20 minutes of driving, my dad stopped at a gas station to get some cigarettes, and my sister, brother, and mother all got out to use the bathroom. I stayed in the car as I had already gone before we left. Once they all left, I decided to play a few games on my phone. I looked at the car clock and saw that 10 minutes had passed, so I immediately wondered what was taking them so long. As soon as I peered out of the car window, I saw a man staring at our car. The man startled me as I didn't know how long he had been watching. What made it even more unnerving is that he had a plain blank face. No expression was shown. It was hard to make out any features as it was pretty dark, and he was standing in a dark area of the gas station. He was about 5'9" and looked to be middle-aged. Once he saw me notice him, he started walking towards the car, and I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't scared. Luckily, my dad came back with the rest of the family, just as the man took a couple of steps. My dad apologized and told me he had been in an argument with the cashier. I didn't care. I was just glad that my dad was back with me. I took another glance at the man outside, and he was still staring, but this time he had an annoyed look on his face. We drove off, and for the rest of the car ride, I couldn't stop thinking about that man. This wouldn't have been too bad if it had ended there, but unfortunately it didn't. Later that night, I was watching YouTube while everyone else slept, and luckily for me, a storm was raging over us. I enjoy storms. It makes me cozy as I'm laying in bed. I put my phone down and just enjoyed the ambience. That didn't last for long as I heard something smash into the window behind me. I lurched forward and nearly fell out of the bed. I thought a bird had just smashed into the window. I parted the blinds, and what I saw next haunted me. I saw a man standing out by my parents' cars looking up at my room. I took a closer look and nearly had a heart attack. It was the same man that I saw at the gas station, only this time when our eyes met, he grinned. Being the 14-year-old I was, I did the manly thing and screamed at the top of my lungs. My dad came running down the stairs and entered my room. "Why are you screaming?" he said. I told him about the man and I explained everything that happened. My dad grabbed a baseball bat and told me to call the police. After 10 minutes, the police turned up outside our house and found the man in our shed. He got arrested, and that was the last time I saw him. The next day, my dad inspected the house and we found the handle of our back door had been damaged, but not completely broken. This gives me an eerie feeling, as if he actually managed to get in, he could have harmed us or possibly killed us. I don't enjoy storms anymore.